Good evening, good morning, rather, almost afternoon. Get ahead of myself here. Good morning. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin here with a check of your forecast. Today is a First Alert weather day, and we do have rain on the way. In fact, parts of North Georgia already getting in on some of the damp weather. I wouldn't call it, a soaker of a day yet, but some sprinkles and some light rain showers building into North Georgia from the south and west to the north and east. And the trickiest part of today's forecast is number one, not everyone is going to see the same amount of wet weather. And number two, the timing in which wet weather kind of gets going in your neighborhood, in your backyard, and around wherever your plans are, that will vary depending on exactly where you are located across North Georgia and even parts of the metro. We're going to go ahead and take you to the big picture, get right into the forecast on this First Alert weather day. You can see there's a ton of rain out there. It's just not quite here just yet in the city of Atlanta. Again, just drawing the setup out here for you because it's kind of complicated. We do have a kind of a stalled front here across portions of the southeast, really draped from off the southeast coast all the way back along the I-10 corridor, along the upper Texas coast, and then back into central Texas. And along that, we've had a couple little areas of low pressure start to form, kind of organizing and focusing some of this rain. One of those along the upper Texas coast, just south of Louisiana, another off of our coastline, off of the Georgia coastline. And both of these are serving to pump a lot of moisture into the deep south. Again, you probably have noticed that quite a bit of a cloud cover has moved in today, and eventually those clouds will produce rain in the vast majority of North Georgia and metro Atlanta. So zooming down in, we'll bring in a tighter look. Again, not a terrible Friday, but a First Alert Weather Day Friday where you're going to be dealing with some damp weather and certainly the risk of some rain showers into the evening commute and on through maybe some of those Friday night lights sort of plans out there this evening and into the early overnight hours. On that note, do want to remind you also we're streaming across many platforms right now. If you have any questions, your two best are probably going to be Atlanta News First on YouTube, streaming there right now. If you have any questions, all you have to do is go to Atlanta News First on YouTube, or you can simply text us 470-777-9263. That is 470-777-WANF. And I have that pulled up as well, and I can see your questions, comments that would be coming in or maybe coming in. And if you have any photos, videos of the clouds, a nice sunrise, for example, this morning with the clouds moving in and thickening up, or maybe the rain starting to fall in your neighborhood, feel free to send photos and videos. In fact, I'm going to switch radar over to a more sensitive mode here, give us a better idea of where the rain is actually reaching the ground, because some of the greens you see on that particular map in front of you not actually reaching the ground. Those are raindrops, but they're kind of suspended up in the sky, and they're kind of evaporating in some cases before they even reach the ground. So just bear with me here. I'm switching over our radar modes. You're probably going to notice some changes on your screen here momentarily, and this will give us a much better picture of where rain is really starting to move in and to fall. And you can see it's mainly south of the city of Atlanta, far southwest side of town, and this radar may be now a little too sensitive, so we're going to play with this just a little bit, give us a better idea of where that rain may be falling. And again, looking like it's mainly southwest of the city of Atlanta, but gradually building off to the north and to the northeast. So right now, sprinkling in Troup County, Meriwether County, some sprinkles up into Carroll County, Heard County as well, even Coweta County, west of I-85, Randolph County, Alabama. Now, the steadiest rain so far is just south of Troup County, just south of LaGrange, building into Waverly Hall, Butler, Columbus, back towards Macon and Warner Robins. But there's more rain developing off near Birmingham and just to the north and west of Birmingham. And this will gradually filter north and eastward into and over metro Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. But it's not a downpour. Sprinkles, scattered light rain, off and on light rain. That's in the forecast on through early evening. So it's not a washout per se, but certainly a day that'll be gloomy. We have the clouds, and rain will be of an increasing impact as we get into the late afternoon and more so the evening hours. In fact, here's a forecast model. We were just taking a look at what radar was looking like, where the rain is actually falling. This particular map may look similar, but it's actually what a computer thinks radar is going to look like, how we think the forecast will evolve as we go deeper into the afternoon. And so far, kind of hitting the nail on the head there. Troup, Heard counties, Randolph County getting the majority of the rain. Watch what happens as we get into late afternoon, 3, 4, 5 p.m. Light, steady rain builds into metro Atlanta, especially south of a Rome, Canton, Gainesville line. If you're up in the mountains, of course, a spotty rain shower, a little bit of light rain still possible, but I do think that the steadiest of the wet weather will be south of I-20, and we're kind of on that line in the metro in the city of Atlanta. Some see the steadier stuff. More of us are just seeing periods. Rains, you get a break. Rains, you get a break. Those periods of wet weather in the forecast on through the late afternoon hours. Now, once you're home, getting ready for Friday night lights, a lot of football games tonight. That 6, 7, 8 o'clock window, if you're watching from Covington, if you're watching from Griffin, Pike, Spalding counties, Upson County, Lamar County, over to Eatonton, Putnam County, Greensboro, in and around Lakes Sinclair and Oconee, Clark and Oconee counties, Newton, Walton counties, Covington. These areas, generally south and southeast of the city of Atlanta, will probably have a steadier rain lingering just a little bit deeper into the evening across North Georgia, that part of North Georgia. But we'll still have a couple of showers around through midnight in the city of Atlanta. And then I think we're going to be drying out as we get into tomorrow, and we're going to go ahead and peel back that first alert weather day. It could be an isolated shower or two, but certainly improvement in the first alert forecast as we get into the start of the weekend. Your rain chance comes down, sunshine comes up, or the amount of sunshine comes up, and it's going to generally be a nice day tomorrow. Spotty rain shower possibility, but nothing like today. Far less gloomy, and a day that features a much lesser chance of rain in the first alert forecast. So again, today is a first alert weather day. Clouds are here. Rain is really the impact, and it looks low to moderate. It's not a downpour. We're not tracking severe weather. We're not tracking heavy rain. But sprinkles and light, steady rain, certainly a possibility as we get into this late afternoon and kind of early evening time period. High temperature today with all the clouds, upper 70s, lower 80s. We should be in the mid-80s across North Georgia and metro Atlanta. In fact, that normal high you see upper left-hand corner of the screen, that's at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, and that's 86 degrees. I'm probably not going to hit that today. We're going to be a decent bit under that. So the name of the game is increasing rain, increasing clouds. Generally, just some kind of subpar weather, especially as we get into the evening commute time period on into the dinner time period. As I think going to be the wettest, 3-4 hours there of our Friday. And it is a Friday. We have nice weather ahead of us. It's not going to be terrible all weekend or anything like that. In fact, your first alert 7-day forecast bringing you deeper into the weekend now. Notice how that rain chance comes down to 20% tomorrow. A few lingering showers early in the morning, south and east of Atlanta. And then the rain chance actually does return technically area-wide, but very spotty, very isolated, not really an impact at all to your Saturday, but it returns as we get into Saturday afternoon and early evening. Then Sunday looking mostly dry, mostly sunny, with temperatures back in the low to mid-80s Saturday and Sunday afternoons. We're going to keep that pattern, low to mid-80s in the afternoons. Temperatures in the low to mid-60s, though, in the mornings. Looking like the coolest stretch of mornings expected to arrive as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, possibly lingering into Thursday. There's some changes as we get into late next week with clouds building back, moisture coming back, and eventually that rain chance, that humidity is going to be back in the forecast along with some warmer temperatures. But after we get past today and some of that gloom we have this afternoon and some of that rain some of us will have this evening, we're back to nicer weather with just a very spotty chance of rain tomorrow and a completely dry Sunday with more comfortable afternoon temperatures, lower humidity, cooler mornings to boot. And a reminder, again, I'm going to be back on TV here in only about 20 minutes on Atlanta News First at noon. We're tracking where it's raining now. We're going to go minute by minute, give you that timeline, especially for our southwestern counties where it's already raining a little bit. And then we'll walk you deeper into your Saturday, give you the hour-by-hour forecast and how comfortable the afternoons will be as we get into the next week compared to how the afternoons were last week. Again, a pretty big change in the forecast, the weather, what it feels like over the past week or so, week and a half. And we're going to be talking about all that coming up here in just a little bit. Do want to send you outside. Again, it is pretty nice out there this afternoon across North Georgia at the moment, but that chance of rain is going to be building back in the city of Atlanta. So while cloudy but nice now, it's raining on the southwest side, and we're tracking that rain moving into the metro coming up in just a few minutes on Atlanta News First at noon.